Evening, everyone, and thank you for showing up for episode 19 of the Veterans Talk Weekly. As we have been talking about the last few weeks, our friend David, otherwise known as Boilinator, does need help not being homeless. His GoFundMe is still linked in the description below, so feel free to donate what you can when you can directly to that link, and it all goes to David so he does not end up homeless. Also, this is a very special week. I'm going to be busy tomorrow doing something that I decided to treat myself for my birthday, which is actually this weekend. Yay! As some of you have heard, I'm going to be doing a motorcycle safety course for my license, which starts tomorrow. So instead of going until 11:30, 11:45 tonight, we are going to be cutting tonight off at 10 o'clock so I can actually get some sleep and be safe. Imagine that, me being safe, especially with these fuckers around too.
Safe? What is safe?
See, exactly. But on top of everything else going on, as some of you may have noticed, the channel name has changed. It has been updated. And some of you I have gotten to talk to directly off air on the reason for it. But now let's go ahead and make it known to the public exactly what's going on. So as you know, this is episode 19, so with the 1 week that... Actually, no, there were 2 weeks that we missed, once because of work and another because of technical issues. This is week 20 of the Veterans Talk show, not including the Memorial Day special that kicked it all off. As the channel has increased...
Sorry to interrupt me. Am I the only one hearing you roboting really bad?
Wow. Schrodinger's cat is roboting really bad.
Yep. That it must have been on your end, Schrodinger, because we just heard you roboting.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to drop out and come back in.
All right. See you back in a second, then. In the meantime, so, with this being a routine show, and having the Patreon that everyone can join, this channel is becoming more of a thing and also gaining in diversity. With that, let's knock that back down. We have started doing other shows as well, which routine schedule, thanks to Piggy here, we are doing more routine debunk, woo, and other random bullshit on Mondays. Now, with me getting my motorcycle license, there is going to be more content coming along. I am planning for Wednesday releases of videos from the cockpit of the motorcycle that I get, which could be 2 of them. We'll have to wait and see how that works.
All right, I'm back. How do I sound?
Much better.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
So with the third offering and the Patreon page, there is an opportunity for everyone, both on the panel, in the Discord server already, but also those of you in the viewing audience. If you want to be a part of the motorcycle specific stuff, I do have a goal set on the Patreon to help with the equipment and setup to make it a thing, to actually make it happen in an appealing manner. On top of helping out with the overhead costs for that additional offering, if that does happen, it will spawn into its own channel. So it won't be released here on this channel, but it will be tied into it as seamlessly as possible. And same as with every other Patreon, you'll have access to the Discord server where topics that I talk about during the vlog, things that come up, any sort of recommendations on where I go riding and record footage from is all going to be Patreons only. So if you want to join in and be a member of the creative team for the channel, link for the Patreon
I've been a router for years and years. I'm on board.
Yep. So link for the Patreon is in the description of the video. So have at it, have fun. And I will admit there's only going to be a couple episodes that would come out over the winter if we hit the goal early enough, and mainly showing off the gear, getting the bike and doing little bit of work on it over the winter before the riding season starts. But once the weather allows and the riding season begins in the spring, we're looking at weekly releases, maybe even more often, depending on how much I ride and what's going on.
So what you're basically saying is that you're sufficiently smart as to not, as a brand new driver, drive in sleet and snow.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I don't know how much you get of that, but
up here in New England, it's quite a thing, and that's where. And actually, I'll be honest and open about this. No matter what, I am getting a camera and mounting it to my helmet to record what goes on around, to just as a CYA, just to cover my ass and from insurance and accident wise, but also for if just recording what goes on around me. That way, if something happens that I quite literally could not avoid, there will be that, so they can't pin anything on me. And it was while thinking about that, it's like, you know what, if I'm going to be recording this footage anyways, why not put it to use?
Yep. If you can make it a full ride without a car trying to come into your lane, I definitely want to see that, because that's never happened to me.
I'd love to see you do a shock of God kind of video. You know, that idiot. Maybe you know about him. I don't know.
I don't
He's
think
a real idiot. Can you remember who his favorite atheist enemy is? But he's an idiot.
Yes, and the word is good. It would, and depending on how long the Patreons are there and how active you guys are, it would be a paid to ride type of thing. But it's also about what I would be talking about, but where I'd be going, because with where I am, I'm in the middle of southern New England. I'm not far from Boston. So there's a bunch of historical areas around there. I can go up there, ride around there, and give people a taste of what it's like up here, so someone out in the Midwest can realize just how good you guys have it on the roads.
Well, there's some really great, if I remember Rhode Island correctly, there's some really great roads that just kind of follow the coast.
Oh yeah, one of the first rides I plan on doing for the vlog actually is going to be through the historic district of Newport, Rhode Island, which is where the Naval Warfare College is, down that way.
Right.
And there's a
school, so I spent some time there.
Yep. And beautiful area, a lot of stuff going on. I get it's not quite Martha's Vineyard, but it's close enough that they think they are. And for those who don't know,
that's a good description.
Yeah. And for those who don't know, Martha's Vineyard is one of the big vacation spots in the summer, especially, where actually the Kennedy clan, old money, even current presidents, maybe not Trump, but Obama actually did vacation there a few times as well. So it has that historical nostalgia and draw to it of that higher class, dating all the way back to when the nation was born.
Yeah, you can actually pay to tour some of the houses.
But Jared, what's the typical temperature range in the summer where you live?
I don't recall the centigrade off the top of my head, but average.
No, it's okay with the Fahrenheit stuff.
Average,
I can calculate.
Average high from June in through July into August average high is 80 to 85 Fahrenheit, but we do get heat waves of above 95 quite often.
Okay, with a percentage of, well, somewhere below 50, I would imagine.
For humidity, oh no, we get high humidity
Higher?
here. Oh yeah.
Okay, so you're not okay. So you're not. I'm used to talking to a couple of Americans who really think who thinks that temperatures of 35 or 30, just 30 Celsius. That's almost the same as 85. Yeah, 85 is 29.4. It's really
they're in the
bad. But
West.
then I asked them. Yeah, but then I asked them. Yeah, but what's the relative humidity? About 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
out towards the Midwest and desert Southwest.
Yeah.
They're the lucky ones that get that.
Yeah, there's nothing to complain about with those relative humidity. I mean, I live close to the ocean. I mean, I'm probably much further north than you are, but still, this summer especially has been excruciating. So much so I've been using some buckets with chunks of ice in them to stick my feet in order to not go insane. I mean,
so just to recap, this spring we're looking at 3 days a week for uploads, correct?
Minimum.
That should be pretty fun. One of the things I'd like to say is Monday's episode. I have no idea what we're going to call this series. That's up to Jared. But for Monday's show, we'll be going over witchcraft and the various things that I have found about it. And God, it is so good. I love every moment.
Are you talking about the what should I call them? The benign pagans, Wiccans and so on, or is it the more nut job crazy people you're talking about there?
Nut job crazy people, old superstitions, and what's the best way to put it? Who's the lead singer of Metallica?
Hetfield, James
Yeah.
Hetfield.
Okay, hold on. Let me just pull it up then. That would work.
I almost thought you were going to diss my fellow countrymen, but apparently not.
Oh, no.
Lars Ulrich? No.
But then
thought
again,
you
he's
were
not
gonna
that
say
much of a
Ozzy
singer.
All right,
no.
so there's an individual by the name of Kirk Hammett.
Oh, he was one of the guitarists.
Yes. Well, I have someone who I think this individual is having a mental breakdown. Well, had a mental breakdown because they went from being normal to the past 6 months of talking about Kirk Hammett being a psycho tranny witchcraft user torturing their pets.
Oh,
what?
jeez.
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh, so factard. The reason for the name change, because of the diversity of the channel that is growing, and having the Patreon, having that more professional type of content that's coming along between the show directed about debunking woo and other crazy bullshit that is primarily going to be hosted by Piggy, but I will be on the majority of the shows, plus this weekly show and the coming moto vlog that I'll be doing. I figured if I'm going to be opening up for people to financially support the channel and all 3 shows, to me, it made more sense to have it be a more professional business name instead of just my actual name. That way they're not just donating to some guy to do all this stuff. It's more, hey, we're going to give to this this avenue, this more business, because I will actually be setting it up as a production company if enough of the cash flow is there and enough of the work does take place. So,
And I'm constantly wondering if you're going to use the word like corporation, something like that.
no.
A lot of sovereign citizen videos lately.
Oh no, no!
That's
I
exactly where my brain went when you said corporation.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad that people are this deranged, but it's fucking hilarious watching these videos. And do you know this? The a feeling of sitting. It's during winter. You're in a wooden cabin. In front of the fire, you have your best slippers on. You've got your robe on. You've just come out of a 4-hour bathtub soak, and you're sucking on a pipe and reading your favorite paper. That kind of cozy feeling, I get that every single time when I hear the glass of the tempered glass of the traveler's window breaking.
Oh yeah, I say
So fucking hilarious.
every time a sovereign citizen gets tased, an angel gets its wings.
Yeah, but I still can't decide if it's the traffic stop videos that I like the most, or when they try to defend themselves badly in court.
The court.
I can't. Yeah.
Did you get that one that I sent you, Bo?
Did you send me one?
Yeah, I sent you one of it was an entire trial. I emailed it to you.
I can't. Oh, when did you do that?
Oh God, it had to be 6 weeks ago.
There's nothing like hearing a sovereign citizen's window get broke out.
Yeah.
Well,
While
well,
he screams, I do not consent.
Wait,
I do not
wait.
consent.
This guy did the entire sovereign citizen. Every
Speech.
every argument that there was. Let me look back through. God, it had to be early September, late August.
no,
Here we go.
So,
September
naked without my-
22nd.
so
I still feel naked without my main computer.
well, I have to say, I think there is one thing that was better to hear than hearing a sovereign citizen have their window broken, and I think that would be listening to, oh God, what was his name? Fucking clown show, Pete, not Pete Shea, the other one, the one who had his home busted into because he was being evicted. Oh.
Yeah, he was a free man on the land, but that's just the UK equivalent of a sovereign citizen. So it's really the same thing.
And as I recall, Canadians use the term freeman of the land.
Yeah.
It's
Australians
mixed
as
between
well.
that and-
Yeah, Bo, look back September 22nd. I sent you that link.
Yeah, I'm just using my phone here.
Whoa.
And it's hours. It's a good 7-8 hour trial of just deliciousness.
The Moorish Americans are quite entertaining as well.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
we're no, I'm not in America. I'm in Morocco.
Yeah.
Dude,
Where does that
do you
even
have
like?
a map on your phone?
I want to go to Morocco and tell them I'm an American, so they can't. I'll turn it all around on them.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Moroccans have their own specific language. I can't remember right now.
It's
But
a
it was-
dialect of French, if I remember right.
Yeah,
I mean, it would be so funny to see, a Moorish, what do you call them, Moorish inhabitant or national, whatever they call themselves, just blabbing their mouth off, in front of a police officer, and the police officer just happens to have some Moorish, some people in his family that comes from down there, and he is just speaking, Moroccan fluently. Just starts
That'd be
yapping.
great.
It's funny with them because not only they're not from Morocco, but they adopt elements of the actual Moorish Science Temple, but the Moorish Science Temple basically disowns them.
Yeah, and they're tired of them.
But they wear the Shriner hats. I want them to have the little cars.
They gotta have the Shriner hats. I mean that just makes it happen.
Yeah, I got to get going here in a few minutes to clean up the residual pot roast. But I have to ask: am I being detained or am I free to go?
You're being detained.
You're being detained.
And who's the victim? Who's the victim of any crime?
License, registration, proof
Yeah,
of
is
insurance.
there a victim? Is there a corpus delicti?
Yeah, or the Canadian guy I watched actually today that said, no, well, hey, the what do you say? The Queen and the Canada has been abolished. It's not the Queen is not in charge anymore, or something to that effect.
Oh yeah, he said he was in Canada.
Oh,
Canada.
Canada.
Yeah, Canada. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He
So you saw that one.
yeah. He ate the taser. He wrote the-
Candida. I mean, all you need is some bit of jelly juice, and I'll clear it right up.
You know what? You know what?
Guys, since I'm not being detained, I'm gonna go. I'll clean up pot roast.
All right, catch you later, Cat.
Have a good one.
We're not
I'm gonna.
jurisdiction.
I'll get with you, Jared, Monday, and so that I can hook up with your other channels and get going on that.
All right, sounds good.
Yep. Take it easy,
Well,
guys.
Yeah. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Well,
But so no,
sounds good. Maybe.
no. Now that you mentioned
Sorry.
that piggy, Jay, go ahead and show the picture that you were talking about before. Because as soon as you mentioned jelly juice and candida and all that sort of stupid, there's
Candida, it's the same thing. If
yeah,
you kill
there's
someone, you kill someone.
there's one thing that came to mind, and there's only one way to visualize it, and Jay Brown has the image for that.
Jade was just furiously masturbating until he heard his name. Now he's like, what the fuck's going on?
I tried to explain jelly juice to a nurse friend of mine yesterday. It was difficult.
Well, as the local jelly juice expert, you have to tell her that it's filled with bacteria, and essentially it boosts the immune system and the autophagy response to the point where they work together to make you immortal, right? So autophagy or
Is that
autophagy
before or after the salt
essentially
kills?
breaks down cells.
Well,
It recycles cells.
Yeah. Okay. I do hate her with a passion and her retarded notions of this stuff being able to regrow limbs and all that stupid stuff. But I am intrigued as to how she started this. I mean, did she just appear in the on the internet with this stuff all of a sudden, or did she build up the stupidity? I mean,
She built up the
how
stupidity.
much-
Essentially, she took a sauerkraut recipe to make the protocol. She started with listening to Alex Jones, but not just like the normal YouTube video. She would listen to Alex Jones on the radio with her husband, because her husband had a semi. He was a truck driver, right? So she spent hours and hours listening to Alex Jones for weeks on end.
yeah, not the best thing for your mental health.
Oh no!
Nothing starts good with the term. She started, but I started by listening to Alex Jones. Nothing good.
I wish you could make it up, but then she took different ideas, right? Ideas that were already out there, and then she made them her own by just assigning it as a protocol in her book. Those cancer cures that's always out there, like MMS or just various substances you can consume. She wanted her own, so she envisioned what a perfect body would be, and this is her beliefs now. It's a belief ever since the what's the organization called? The trade.
Oh, the FTC.
FTC, Federal Trade Commission. Yeah. Since the FTC has, applied a bunch of restrictions, it went from, an idea to a belief.
But and I'm pretty much sure that she uses the word protocol to try and avoid getting caught in the legal system. Although homeopathy can call it to their crap treatment. Then again, homeopathy on its own is absolutely harmless unless you're diabetic. But hers, I mean, using the name protocol.
She uses it as an idea. It's up to you to sort through the information. She's just providing an idea.
Yeah. The question is, does she use it herself? I'm guessing no, but
yes. She uses things that's supposed to be the juice, but looks like pink lemonade. So,
given her general incontinence, it's probably likely she's using.
Yeah. My favorite thing about it, bohobo, is the amount of salt in it. It's literally 1,700 milligrams per cup each for the entire gallon. You're supposed to drink a gallon a day.
Yeah, but hey, she can handle lower temperatures, I guess, with it before freezing.
Well, I call bullshit on that.
Yeah.
There's just so much to call bullshit on what she has said and everything. And it's really funny how she said she wanted to talk to someone of a scientific background about it, had the opportunity on the Non Sequitur show, saw the ridicule she was getting in the live chat before it even started, and decided, no, I don't want to deal with this. She fucking ran away.
She's seen the dick jokes about it because Kyle's gay.
She started
would you like the screenshots for it? Because I have them. I made the screenshots of her tucking her tail behind her between her legs. I sent them to Bully and I've got them. Let's see.
During that show, I was actually sending Bull information about what was going on, like her Facebook posts. So that was fun.
How's her website these days? Is it completely gone now, or?
Well, she completely cleared most of the members who had access to it, so most sock accounts who purchased the book can no longer see it. I can't tell you anything further of that because it's our own little secret plan. But essentially, the site has she tried to scrub the site while still making the claims, but just making it a religious belief instead of actual claims. So within her FTC timeline, once it's over, she's going to receive a lot of fees. Definitely.
Okay, I don't know what the short attention span and all that stuff. Exactly what she was being subjected to from the FTC, but
false advertisement.
I'm sorry, you're still there. Yeah, okay, but was she ordered to do something about her website, or ordered to not touch her website, or
she was ordered to take down all claims on her website and all claims on social media, which she has not done.
Are we talking claims to her the juice thing, or everything?
Yes.
Or claims that cannot be backed up, or
any medical claims that cannot be scientifically backed up with a independent lab doing a double-blind there's the word I'm looking for, means like you take a sugar pill that
is the double-blind assessment trial. Is the double-blind medical trial is what should have been done.
What is the effect when you take a sugar pill and you placebo? It's a double-blind placebo test.
Yeah, it's the Yeah, the double-blind medical trial is the official terminology, and it's just that is some people are given placebo, some people are given the actual item being tested, and neither the patient nor the doctor directly administering it know which is which.
Oh, wait a minute. So what's the triple blind then?
That means that the
Ah.
people who give the doctor are also blind to it.
Yep.
Okay, I'm not sure I understood that.
So-
You're trying kind of.
So you have a bunch
cropping
of
out there.
doctors directing a doctor who then gives the patient the. He's blind to the test, right? He doesn't know which
Yeah, he
pills
just
are
sees
on.
the vial with a number on it. It doesn't mean anything to him. Yeah,
Yeah.
oh, that part.
So a triple blind would be the person who's giving, the people giving the doctor the ingredients are also blind to it, so they don't know which one's right neither.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's
Fair
a
enough. Okay,
fourth layer to it.
Yeah, and that's why double and triple blind trials really are the best measure that we have because of that not knowing. So you can't manipulate the outcomes. It's going to be as close to a true outcome as is clinically possible.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Wait a minute, Factard, were you caught drunk driving? I thought we told you not to go driving after movie night.
Or the week after. Sorry, a couple days after. That would still be. Would still be a DUI then.
Takes
It's
at least
obvious that Factard is not up to the Navy standard of drinking and driving.
takes at least at least 72 hours after movie night before your blood alcohol levels down far enough to.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I've been meaning to ask you guys for a long time. A good long while ago, I had not an argument, but I had a conversation with my sister. She lived in Los Angeles for 2 years, and she got her driver's license there. She continues to call it a driver license, not driver's license, but driver license. And she says that's the correct way of saying it. Is it really? I mean, everybody else I hear says driver's license. It's not really important, but I'm just guessing. I'm just curious here.
You know what? I don't have my wallet near me, but I will check to see what it actually says on my license. But
I have mine right
Right.
here.
I've
Mine's a driver's license with the possessive.
yeah, that's what I always understood it as, is the possessive apostrophe s.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
mine's just driver license, but I always say it with the possessive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's one of those that with the possessive actually does make sense. Uh-oh, what is this that was on Squirrel's Discord?
You'll love it.
Mine just says
Turn up the jelly
temp
juice,
insert, permit ID, so I can't help you there. I've never learned
yeah.
how to drive. I just wing it.
What in the...
Send
You
me a link to.
You don't need a license to drive, right? That's only commercial, right?
Oh my
You're
God.
Well, hey, time and time again, the world over, there are, every single day, there are clear evidence to show that having a valid license to drive a vehicle does not, it does not prove that you can actually drive. Quite the contrary, actually.
Yeah, it just means you are legally allowed to. It although it
and
should.
You have once been tested to show that you can.
Yeah.
It means you meet the minimum competency standards that the particular state requires.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Most of those standards should be much higher, but however.
Agreed. I mean, I remember there was a rash. Jay, I was going to tell you, show it publicly. It is just, it is too good to pass up. There are some things on there that are just, oh.
Like I said, it's right along the Jilly Juice line of thought, isn't it?
Oh, it is. But so while you're getting that ready, I'm going to continue to the thought that I was on, where I really wish we could go to the Japanese model where it does take multiple years to get to the full-blown license, because people need to realize when you are driving a car, there is a lot of fucking responsibility.
Fuck.
Yep. See, exactly, Bo. Wow. So,
My favorite.
Herpes is hot. STD, yeah, that's the same. Aren't that big of a deal anymore? What the hell?
Oh, wait.
No.
No,
What the fuck?
there's a whole
Why
lot
guys
of wrong.
love her extra folds of glory.
Well, okay, that's one thing. I mean, some people do like, big boned girls. I'm fine with that, except that I personally find it repulsive. But hey, some people like it. That's fair enough. But the herpes is hot and all that stuff. No,
Oh, herpes is hot. I mean, you just gotta suck on the little blister.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what is the must-haves for an abortion party? Let's discuss this. If we were to have an abortion party, what should be there? I want a cake that looks like a fetus. Right?
oh, that is.
Hey, when you say cake, I'm picturing scabs, on a big from a big wound, from a road rash or something. I mean,
no. When
pus
we
and-
say cake, we mean pastry, like a big old wedding.
I know. It's just what I was thinking. I don't know why. But,
Now, my thing with cakes, right? Like this cake has to be a challenge to get to. Like it should be like a paper mache barrier blocking you from the cake, and you have to reach in with the knife to get to the cake, and it makes it like a game, an abortion game.
Oh, that is so amazingly terrible. I love it.
So wrong on
Actually,
so many
I wouldn't be
levels, but-
surprised if somebody made a game like that. A browser-based game for just.
Listen,
for the hell of it.
I'm putting a copyright on that right here, right now. Abortion
TM
cakes
sucker.
where you have a barrier over the cake, like an entire metal cage that looks like a woman's womb, and you have to reach in with your knife to cut the cake and bring it out onto the plate.
Oh, you have to have it electrified, just like Operation, so it buzzes when they
Yes.
when they hit it.
Yes. Oh, we are terrible.
We're going to be
It's-
millionaires.
that too, possibly.
I just made a simple, abortion cake game search. I haven't clicked any links yet, but this
Click
only
'em.
shows
Click
how
them
hard
all.
it is to get an abortion. Pregnant
Oh,
abortion
that's
games.
something
Oh,
else.
man.
That's something completely different. Pin the tell on the Christian, right? So you have a man with a sign outside of the clinic. It's just a picture of him, and you have to pin the sign to his hand, like pin the tail to the donkey, completely blindfolded.
Damn it. I'm so disappointed now.
Now, what else can we have at this party?
Well, you gotta.
Well, I know you
Jello
we
shots.
already have.
Jello
I know
shots
we
are
have cake
mandatory.
already. Is it okay
Jello
to have
shots.
more than one type of cake? I mean, you can have vaginal, beer that was based on vaginal yeast, but you could make some bread with that, can't you?
I mean, yeast is
I'm
yeast.
not even kidding. There have been.
You can make a cake that way. I
I've been
don't see
doing
why
that.
not. Now the good question is, right? The true question is, what's inside of the Jello shot? Should it be like a little candy fetus? just float in
No,
there?
no,
Why,
no,
why
no.
candy?
Wait,
Why not
wait.
the real thing then?
What? No. Let's make it easier. Let's make it something that would actually seem appealing, but still a little bit of wrong. You got to go with a pale reddish, maybe almost orange Jello, and then you have to take.
Oh, that was already in
wait,
mind.
wait, but for the in the middle of the Jello shot, you have to suspend a red gummy bear.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, and it has to have the same kind of popping effect when you eat the roll, fish eggs.
Now, one of the
Perfect.
things that I've always liked was the fake blood packets, right? Like during Halloween. What if we made a fetus pinata filled with these fake blood packets? And the blood packets are just so thin that it just shaking it would burst it. So when you really hit it, blood goes everywhere.
Well, hey, you have to have some water in there too.
Just a
start it
tiny
off.
bit of water. Just a
Yeah,
tiny
but
bit
you
of water and like some kind of fleshy substance.
Yeah.
Oh. Have you guys ever heard of the mixed drink called the brain hemorrhage?
No. I have not.
Well,
But it sounds
done
bad.
if it's done correctly, it looks like a brain with a little bit of red streaking off of it, for brain hemorrhage. This is what happens when it looks wrong, but it goes right along with our idea for a party.
God, let's see this. Nice.
We must have this.
That does kind of cool.
Oh God, and they even called it the abortion.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect in every way.
That would be somewhat easy to make. Although that one is not suspended; it's just
Alien
Yeah,
brain
what the
hemorrhage.
hell?
Okay, that one I can definitely see. Not sure if I'd want to drink it, but
ovary.
it looks like gonads.
Ovary or something?
Oh, just for shits and giggles, you could put a tampon on top. Like instead of an umbrella, just a tampon.
A pre-soaked tampon. With
Not pre-soaked. People are going to be drinking this, you disgusting fuck.
Oh, no, wait.
It doesn't have to be blood.
Wait, hang on. Yeah, I was just gonna go there. It was there were a couple times on the bus when I was in high school, so mind you, this was 18 years ago. A couple people decided they'd get bored. Someone had a bottle of the red Powerade, and there was a girl who had a bunch of the non-applicator tampons in her purse. So all you had to do was take it out of the wrapper, dip it into the Powerade, and decide who your target was going to be.
Oh. Now, if it's
And
an
if
actual
you
drink,
really-
you can pre-soak it. Like you can make it out of Kool-Aid, and then you can drink the alcohol. Like drip the alcohol into the tampon, and then put it in the drink. So they have to suck on the tampon to get the alcohol.
Yeah.
Well, wait. Here's the problem, though. Here's the problem, though. Have you seen what happens to a tampon when it gets?
Yes.
I've seen what happens to a tampon when you drop it in a pint of beer.
Yeah.
Mousy drinks all of the beer.
Yeah. There ain't
I've seen
anything
a-
left.
I've seen a corpsman use it, as a. I'm used to seeing those. Real life tampons being packed in first aid kits as a standard. So I've seen them being used in that nice big blood gushing wounds to soak up. I mean, we used to use these, not the official pack to bone, those giant syringes that had a lot of pellets that basically were tampons to soak up blood, but just a buttload of tampons to pack to bone if you had any of the appropriate wounds for that.
Yeah.
They stopped using it, but I've seen it being used, and I've heard from a couple of surgeons, combat surgeons, that it works, but they fucking hate it when they have to take them out again because it's almost impossible sometimes if they've been in there for too long.
I have to say to every one of you in this panel, I think I found where I belong. And I love every single one of you.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, how long have I been telling you the military type of humor is right up your alley?
Yeah, and there's absolutely no filter. Well, almost. Anyway.
I don't even feel any disgust.
Uh-oh, what did Bo share now?
No, just the Jilly Juice. The screenshots of Jilly Juice backing out on the Non Sequitur show.
Oh,
in the
okay.
lounge.
Can I get a link to that Discord server?
Oh, that Discord, that's Lord Cracker Swirls. I'm not going to pass that out without his permission.
Okay.
Yeah, but
He should be on the panel tonight, I think.
the-
On Side Strikes movie night.
Yeah, I won't be though. So because something about powered machinery and little sleep doesn't really mix.
Just take a crap ton of 5-hour energies. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's the crash when they wear off that's the problem. Because here's the thing, when they call it 5-hour energy, holy fuck, are they spot on with that shit?
I had never
Not
had a
today,
crash off of
Satan.
them, but when I moved from Washington out to Colorado, I bought a 12-pack case of them for my work, and I only went through about 5 of them on the 4 days that I drove.
Nice.
Okay,
Well-
I've never heard of this before. Is it just
It's-
Red Bull times 5 or something?
Well,
No,
so it's a little shot of an energy drink that is an actual vitamin B and bunch of other stuff type of energy booster that it doesn't really taste all that good, but it's damn effective. It actually does give you a boost of energy that does last for within minutes of 5 hours. And the reason why I know this is because I used to do a hockey league that we were on the ice from 9 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. on a Sunday night. And I'd have to work on Monday morning. And I wanted to make sure that I would still have the energy after being on the ice and doing everything during the day before. I would actually time it to where I would take the 5-hour energy 5 hours before I get home. And it would not wear off until I was pulling into my driveway.
Man, it sounds like there's a bottle of Guarana and the
Here you
usual
go.
caffeine in there as well.
You just posted a link to the ingredients.
I saved all those pictures onto my own drive.
Oh, they will
Just
come in
for my
handy.
collection. Oh yeah,
Oh, for the one I shared there?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're all
Feel free
mine
to do your worst with it.
Oh, I got more than my worst.
Sadly, there's no images of any people. There is just text. But yeah.
But you get the gist of what was going on. And
Yeah, I was just thinking he had this weird affect, not affection, but infection, or whatever. I can't remember the word
Obsession,
now.
maybe? I'm not sure.
Yeah, and Factard, I do have to agree with you. 5-hour energy really was the perfect thing before hockey because, you know, I know guys who would do like a pre-workout type thing before, and they would be so amped when they first got out there that they couldn't get loose. They couldn't actually get into the flow of the game right away. But I told them, I was like, dude, guys, just if you really need a pick-me-up like that, just take this. And yeah, it's that subtle enough hit that you don't feel jittery, you don't feel like overly amped. It's just like, yeah, I feel fresh. I could do this shit. Let's go. But the problem
Well, it
is
does
when
look
they but the problem is when they say 5 hours, yeah, plan for 5 hours.
If I'm dragging at work on a night that I'm closing, I grab one of those right around 6 o'clock, 6:30ish, and chug it really quick.
Well, it does look like they're perfectly no, the design of the canister and all that. It looks like it's perfectly engineered to be sold in a bodybuilding shop and fitness center.
They have a decaf 5-hour energy.
They're
Wow.
specifically.
Well, I mean, I know it has caffeine in it. I'm not questioning that.
Yeah.
I think it's funny that they actually have a decaf.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of the decaf, and I'm not sure how much of the 5-hour energy drinks have sugar to it. I'm assuming not much because of, let's be fair, they don't taste that great.
No, they don't.
But the benefit, the actual energy boost it gives you, is pretty good. It's not like Red Bull or Monster or any of those larger energy drinks. Those things are horrible
We're
for.
getting some feedback somewhere.
Yeah. Echo stick.
Sorry.
Well, those traditional energy drinks are like caffeine and then
Wow.
like 6 different forms of sugar.
Yeah, or other chemicals that.
Fructose, sucrose, glucose. I mean, it's just
Yeah. The best stuff I've ever tried that doesn't taste like crap is I just put in the link for it, called Balls, and that is not a certain flat earther meme.
I have to say, I tried the stuff
tried it.
called G Fuel. I've had 5 Energies, Monsters, Red Bulls, etc. But G Fuel, I mean, fucking hell. The amount you get, it's about $40 a tub. So it comes out $1 every 16 ounces.
Mhm.
And I ended up drinking about 40 servings within 2 weeks. And I was wired the entire time.
Yeah, that much I can believe it. Now here's God, Jay, you might remember what was the name of that? It was a alcoholic energy drink.
Or Loco.
Yes.
Yeah, they still sell it now, but without the alcohol in it.
Oh, that was the fun part of it, though.
That's just
Yeah, it was-
stupid. Energy drink with alcohol, or was it alcohol with energy drink? I mean, how much alcohol?
A little of both.
Yeah, but it's not. Hopefully, not 50-50.
No, it wasn't quite 50-50, but it was enough that if I remember correctly, it was enough that you didn't have to have in most states to be 21 to buy it, but it did have on its labeling it does contain alcohol, almost like kombucha, where there are some that they're fermented so long that they are considered alcoholic, and you have to be 21 to buy it, at least here in Washington. And there's others that aren't fermented as long, so it's considered just a drink at that point, a soft drink at that point.
I think in Denmark that would be 0.5% by volume. That would be the limit, I think. Not sure though, but yeah. So, but if it's that low, why even put alcohol in there? I mean, how many would you have to drink to get a buzz from the alcohol? That is, I mean.
Because it's combined with the energy drink, not as much as normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just well, as long as it's not easily accessible by teenagers.
That's the problem. Is it was.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how. I mean, I don't know anything about the prices for this stuff, but think of it. Think about it. They buy it if it's cheap enough, and they buy a buttload of those things to try and get drunk. I mean,
The whole
would
reason
be
they took it off the market
overloading
is
their
because people were
brains.
dying from it.
Yeah, that's just insane.
Yeah. But that's the kind of shit that would come out in America because, well, why the fuck not? It's America.
Mm-hmm. And to think that in Denmark that there's this uproar. Can't even remember why specifically, but uproar because of some pop or soda companies that want to introduce their usual, pop, just apple, orange juice, cola, whatever it is, but with infused with vitamins. Now, vitamins, the whole vitamin additive thing is basically just a scam. Even if it's just the vitamin pills, there are so few people in most countries that have absolutely no need for extra vitamin pills whatsoever. So it's a great way of making money. But we have people complaining about companies that want to add vitamins in soda. And you have that's our bigger problems, and you have this stuff. Yeah, it's but then again, we don't have that big problems with kids and alcohol, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, get in Europe in general, they have a better mentality about moderation and managing your alcohol. That while yes, you still have your drunks, yes, you still have your people who overindulge and don't know how to handle themselves. They're generally
like everyone has.
Well, they're generally called the Irish, but outside
I take offense. I'm Irish.
And people from Greenland, in our case.
Well, because what else is there to do in Greenland? But outside of that, when you look at the average of Europe, you have people, they'll go out, they'll have 1 or 2 drinks, and they don't lose their goddamn mind. They don't do stupid shit. Unless, of course, there's a football match going on.
Yeah, you haven't been to Copenhagen lately, have you?
Yeah,
But see, notice how you say lately. When you look at it, like, there's not the stigma associated with alcohol there that there is here.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I mean, the more you limit the access to anything that young people want to get access to, the more they just do it anyway. It's not just it's not just a matter of wanting to get it because you could it'll make you drunk or whatever. It's also a matter of, oh yeah, this is illegal. Oh, nice, cool. Let's be badass and get that stuff because it's illegal too. That's why I've never
Jared,
idea of having alcohol being you have to be 21 before you can buy alcohol legally.
Yeah, 21 in
but
the
you can
States.
drive but you can get a driver's license from year 16.
Yes, I saw that screenshot here saying if you want to share that, actually send it to Jay, because I know you're on your phone. So
You can drive and die for your country at 18, but you've got to wait to 21 to drink.
Oh yeah, I've seen that being used in a movie once.
Oh, it's not just a movie. Actually,
I know, but...
while I was down in Florida, if you got more than 50 miles away from the base, if you were active military, they didn't give a fuck what your age was. It's like, no, you're drinking tonight.
Oh, okay.
It's the same most anywhere, especially the smaller the more rural the area outside of the base, the better.
What am I reading? People who call themselves Christians can act as bad as professional atheists. What the hell is a professional atheist? Huh?
What?
You can get paid to be an atheist? I haven't heard about this.
Yeah, I have never heard that before. Damn. Where do I sign up? Wait, I'm almost okay, I'm already an atheist, but okay.
Are you a
is there a
professional
union for that?
We're just amateur
there
atheists.
is,
We're
yeah.
just amateur atheists. We don't.
It's just, I mean, seriously, professional something that usually indicates that you have this as a profession. In other words, that is the way you get money to do your thing, to live your life. I mean, this is what? No.
Just remember, not today, Satan.
Not today.
And see,
But we're still talking about Dean Esme, aren't we? Oh,
oh,
or should I say-
no, that one was Jilly.
Oh no,
Dean,
yeah, that was Dilly.
Dean is the
lady?
other one. So is
Wait, were
is
you reacting to the link I sent, Bohoba?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Now I'm up. Now I got what you're
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah.
well, and I was
That's not Jilly, is it? Is she in there as well?
No, we were talking about the screenshot we just showed.
That I was sharing.
Oh, okay, fair enough. And I was looking at the video there. I'm still limited. I'm using my backup computer, so.
well, and so here's the question: Dean is actually still planning on showing up on Non Sequitur.
Yes.
Apparently, yeah. Oh, you're okay. You're screenshotting my. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I would love to see him in
that
there,
is a
but
way.
I just can't imagine how can someone be so much of an asshole and still want to take it. I mean, I genuinely dislike that asshole.
Who doesn't?
I mean,
You're not the only one, though.
and I wonder, does he love his own voice too?
Oh,
Not
yeah.
as much as I do,
You
but
can
still.
tell he's a narcissist.
Oh,
Yeah.
but here's what's hilarious: that that charity show we did with Bullionator, where he could have come on, he ran like a little fucking bitch.
You should show that. Just for everyone to know.
Not just that, I can't remember if he's been on there for more than once, Dean Esme, but I do remember one time where he went there and he got wrecked, and it doesn't take him all that long to set up his own, either his own live stream or just produce his own video after a hangout. I can't remember, but he was just going off the rail. Claiming to have won, claiming that Steve McRae is an asshole and blah 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 blah, that stuff. It's just you weren't listening, were you?
Oh, it's
Or
par
were you
for
mistaking yourself for Steve McRae and Steve McRae for you, or what? What the hell?
oh, it's par for the course for people like that, though. I mean, especially the type who says, "Oh well, I'm only going to do this if it's recorded," only to be told by what, like 7 people, is like, dumbass, this is being live streamed right now on YouTube. But that's gonna
just like
that's gonna be an interesting one. Actually, when is it going on? Is it going on now or?
You're talking about people that fundamentally deny reality, and you're expecting them to accept defeat.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Shame on us for that one. But when is the Red Pill religion episode going on?
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to find out. It's not that I have any special access to what happens, but I'll try and find it.
Well, that link to the video.
Jesus Christ.
That link to the video.
Right where I clicked was right when he joined. It's as if it's fate.
Oh wait, so it's going on now, the Red Pill episode?
No. The
right now it's Jesus, What a Question with Tim O'Neill.
Oh.
No, right where I clicked on the video to find Dean, on that little presentation of Dean.
Oh,
right where I
okay.
clicked was exactly when he joined, which is at 1:02.
Nice. But that was that ended up being quite entertaining. But for those who were unaware, I do believe that in 48 hours we will be on the Non Sequitur show for the final debate of Red's Rhetoric, with the unwitting the paying participant known as No Concepts will try his hand, and let's be honest, he's going to get intellectually raped like everyone else has.
And that will be aired at 1 a.m. UTC, 1 hour later than the usual broadcast time.
Yep. And
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. Oh yeah. Okay, I can't really find anything on the non sequitur show schedule. Although there is something called the Smoking Gun on October 28th October. Don't know what it is though. But then again,
it's supposed to be the show trial is supposed to be Sunday at 4 p.m.
Yeah, the schedule on the nonsexual.com is not being updated all as much as one would want. Hope.
Well, most of the routine updates are taking place on the Discord server, which if they're doing the red pill thing at 4 p.m, that gives plenty of time for then the 9 o'clock show this Sunday with Red and No Concepts, which I don't think it's officially been tabbed for me as the moderator, but I am expecting it because, well, Sean has to work the next day, so he's not available.
Do we have the capabilities of sharing audio?
Not at the moment. Oh, unless you do. That's the thing. If you want me to be able to show a video and present with audio, you are going to have to give me a bit of notice because I do have to change the audio settings both here on OBS and in the Hangout and just all over the place.
Or send it to you.
Well, no, that's the thing is, well, that especially if there's something that you want to show on that's a video or audio, if you want it shared on air, you need to send it to me well enough in advance before the show goes live so I can download the motherfucker.
Oh yeah, and preferably at least a day before, I guess. So I mean, you do have something called a job also.
Well, no, so typically, for like this show, if something comes up and it's a couple hours before we go live and it's worth interjecting and getting it onto the topics to talk about, and it is that sort of base thing, a couple hours, it should be enough time for me to download it and make sure everything is set up. It's just trying to do it midstream. Yeah, no, I'm not fucking with the audio mid-show to do that at this point. That's why we have the topic suggestion part of the Discord, which, by the way, to the people watching,
don't worry, I got you.
If you want to be on the Discord and have some input and see the shit that we don't share on air that we end up laughing at, go to the Patreon. Non-military member, non-veterans, non-military members, if you are a Patreon, you do get access to all the goodies at the Discord server. And once we have enough of the civilian Patreons, and if you guys are interested, you will get your own monthly special show where you guys get to join the panel as well and enjoy the interaction live on air.
You told me you want to laugh at my penis size.
That's later.
Okay.
Well, hey, to some people, penis size is not much. I mean, hey, some people have to use, some tweezers, a powerful, magnifying glass, and sugar to, entice it to come out. I mean,
well, the best way to describe it is, I'm big enough to keep me happy.
Yeah. And since, I would guess that you do have, a good hand in your own happiness, so to speak.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing.
Is that
when it comes to masturbation, you don't have to worry about disappointing anyone except yourself.
I'm a big disappointment then. I have the audio brought up for everyone to hear. I should be able to share it nice and loudly.
Oh yeah, and Jared, actually, when we're talking strictly about audio, maybe it would be possible to just make a permanent change in OBS so you could pipe through pipe stuff from Discord through directly. That way, we can at least get the audio clean without any issues.
Again, if people really want, well, because here was my thought, honestly, is if it gets to that point where we are going to be sharing things frequently enough that we want to do a permanent setup like that, fuck going virtual. I will actually then prefer to do an actual manual mixing board and do it that way.
You mean like me?
Yes. Because honestly, at that point, I could then do more of an intro and everything that I would love to do. But honestly, with the way the virtual things are set up, it'd be too much of a pain in the dick for me to fight with right now with everything else that I have going on. Because I'm going to level with you guys. I was actually talking with a friend of mine who may or may not be listening right now. I work a full-time 40-hour plus job. Yes, I get overtime. Plus I'm in class full-time every frickin' morning of the week. And doing this and other projects, which is getting things ready for the Moto Vlog show going on. Working with Piggy and other people on other channels, helping with their content there. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Skeptic. You need to get off your ass. But that's where
He was in the chat earlier. So.
Yes, he gave us a warning that he was going to be in here shortly. To which I told him to hurry up because, well, right now we're going to be going off air in about 45 minutes, give or take, depending on if we're talking about anything worth keeping going at that point. But it's still that...
And he was here 13 minutes.
Yeah, I have to be mindful of my time and energy and everything, not just of my own endeavors and what I'm doing, but also the help that I've been giving to others. So,
well, come on, aren't you a strapped young man of only, a mere 35?
Yeah, I went 2 weeks of maybe getting 4 hours of sleep a night, and it fucking sucked.
Yeah, and that gets dangerous.
Yeah.
Hey, Jared.
Exactly.
I have the audio ready.
Oh no, I don't like the tone of that voice.
I'm
Uh-oh.
I have the audio ready.
I'm cautious.
Is there
I'm
a
concerned.
slow playing saxophone in the background of that audio?
No,
We
it's got to be the
have,
saxophone.
A crying baby by the name of Dean.
Oh,
who
yes.
bitches out.
Ah.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's hear it.
All right. Tell me how that sounds.
All right. I'm sending him. Oh, there he is. Never mind.
He's joined. Yes. Who is this? Hey. Oh, what up, man? How you doing, buddy? Sure. Oh, hey. It's Godless Engineer.
Hey, my name is Lucas.
And Kyle.
Kyle
and David and Ocean.
And Stuart. There's a whole lot of them.
Talking about you. In your article. We were reading your article out loud.
Well, we were reading your libel, but, 6 in 1 minute. Give you equal opportunity to respond.
I'm sorry, what?
You're reading your article, we figured we'd give you opportunity to respond.
We're letting you respond. Respond to what?
Yeah.
The
We're
fact
reading
that
your article out loud.
about Steve McRae and the fact that it's complete libel. It's not complete libel. If he wants to do, he may do so. Good day.
What a killjoy! What a killjoy!
And
my boy, come back.
He never returned.
Oh, his freaking Ocean's impersonation of Stewie is just too fucking good.
That's not Ocean. That's Mr. Atheist.
Oh, yeah. But his impersonation is just fucking amazing. I love it. You know, I think he should do an entire show of sexual innuendos as Stewie.
They have to, at least half of it has to be homoerotic too.
Oh no, most of them will
fit the
be.
bill completely.
Oh no, most of them, not half. It has to be. I'd say 3/4 have to be.
Yeah. Well, okay. I used to watch Family Guy religiously almost, but not so much anymore.
Yeah.
Then again, I don't really watch TV anymore either. So.
Same here. Again, it's amazing how quickly you'll stop doing something like that when you have other shit going on that you actually believe has more of a priority.
Yeah, well, and hey, I was literally addicted to TV. You know, I grew up with only 4 channels or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one Danish TV, one channel in Danish, soon 2 channels, but still one channel I grew up with, and then the other ones were German. So when we got cable TV with the whole, a massive amount of 40 channels. I know there's more in the US, but still 40 channels. Oh yeah, I was addicted. I mean,
I know exactly what you mean, Bohobo.
Yeah.
I was addicted to crack as an infant.
I mean, when I moved out, I had 2 DVRs that was they were supplied by the the cable provider. It was in the package, but I also had my computer with what did I have? 2? I think it was 2 double TV tuners in there that would just record and record and record. I almost didn't have any time to watch it all, but I was really addicted. But not anymore. So,
yeah, well, that does tend to be the problem, is when you have so many channels and you have, say, even just a conservative number of 5 or 6 shows on a regular basis that you want to watch. Even if you DVR them, even if you record them and go to watch them later, it is difficult to stay on time. It is difficult to stay up to date with them all at the same time and
if it's
maintain a life.
Well, especially for me, if it's a TV series where I can't remember the official term for it, but where one episode has consequences for the following episode and so on. To miss one episode, or worse, 2 episodes, you're lost.
Oh yeah, the serialization like that, the multi episode arcs. And that's the thing. A lot of your routine, your regularly serialized shows have tried to go away from that, but it doesn't always work.
Yeah.
No. I mean, they did it with Star Trek Voyager. Not all episode had any consequences for the next one. They did sometimes do it where they had 2 episodes in a row that were the same episode just stretched out. But they still had, of course, the usual someone getting a, I shouldn't say raise, someone getting up. Who went up in the ranks, and that was someone going up in the ranks. Of course, that would be held over for the next episode and so on. But yeah, it's so many TV series I've lost interest in because I missed an episode. Well, the only thing I've ever come back to, in spite of that, is MASH. But,
well, and even then, that was part of the problem with Voyager, is they only did the sporadic couple episode arcs. When you have a ship in that sort of situation, it really is poor writing to have it be essentially a reset at the end of every episode where, hey, we just got the shit kicked out of us, but we pulled it out and we're fine. And then the beginning of the next episode, the ship is fucking pristine again.
Well, you know what? I wouldn't call it bad writing. I mean, many of the episodes, I'm not talking about the run-of-the-mill episodes, but the more specialized episodes. Those are not written. The script for those are not written from the ground up. They're just not copy pasted, but they're copied from the other series and just rewritten, so it isn't verbatim. I mean, there's so many episodes that have taken place in every single series of the Star Trek universe.
Yeah, basic plot lines, yes. However, when you get to sticking true to the premise of the show, that's where Deep Space Nine was actually one of the better written ones from the beginning. And it was such a departure from the rest of the franchise. I mean,
yeah, it had a completely different I wouldn't say theme, but it has a different way of
it had a different mentality, because here you were primarily on a station instead of a ship exploring. So you have that change. Plus, you're going from being either the flagship or near the core of the Federation, so really deep in the culture that is the United Federation of Planets. Now you're on the outskirts and kind of have to manage things for yourself. It does put a different slant on things.
Yeah, and not only that, it was also based around religion, which is not the usual. And I have to say that because of you, Jared, primarily, I managed to pick up from where I left on DS9. I think it was season 2 or 3 or something.
Mm-hmm.
I got motivated to see the rest of it, and I'm kind of happy I did. But I'm still undecided which series I like the most. But this DS9 is definitely in the top 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. It was phenomenally written, especially later on, and the way they handled a lot of the storylines, in my opinion, was the best from a writing standpoint out of all of the other series.
Yeah. What's up, gentlemen?
Holy shit!
What up?
He lives.
I
so
live.
How's the paint sniffing going?
Paint sniffing is at an all-time high right now. The chemicals they're using are. Yes, exactly. Bo, man, I've been watching this TV show that made me think about you, bro. It's called Norseman on Netflix. That shit is funny, bro. It's just the way you guys talk.
Norseman. Well, I do have access to the American part of Twitter. Twitter? What the hell?
Netflix.
Yeah.
How's everybody
I
else
saw the
doing?
name Twitter on my screen, so.
The show that reminds me all of you is BoJack Horseman.
Oh, BoJack?
Yep.
BoJack Horseman?
Yeah. It accurately... It part better than 13 Reasons.
Did he robot for anyone else?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
That's so funny because I just checked my connection because of his robot. I was like, wait, am I fucking up here? Because I just logged in. Everything was sounding good when I was listening, but...
Is it me or is it the other guy?
So why is this show so short today?
Because I have to be up in the morning and I'm going to be dealing with motorcycles and other heavy equipment, so I kind of need sleep.
Or you could just stay awake all night and be more attentive.
Dude, I have been awake since 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, and doing that would just be laughing right up in my face. I've been having some serious sleep issues lately, so yeah.
Hey, Skeptic, in the on Discord is Google Drive. Open that up and show us all.
Open it up and show you what now?
Show us the link in the Google Drive.
Okay, it's on the Discord. You said under
Yeah.
on what which
TikTok
one is it?
Central.
Okay.
Yeah, where the main conversations are supposed to happen.
Oh, I'm so far behind. I'm just okay. There we go.
Yeah.
Whoa, it's
Zoom
like
in.
I'm about to say I can't see it.
Yeah, zoom in.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Oh, it's that one.
the entire thing of Dean Ismay losing his shit.
Oh yeah, I had to share this.
Who was this conversation with? Wow.
Max Dean Esme.
Who is he? Max Colby.
Red Pill Religion.
Yeah.
So after he bitched out and ran from the show, Bull's fundraiser on the Great Debate Community channel,
Yeah.
this is his response.
Okay, I will. I'll definitely read this. Now, who is this guy? I'm sorry, I've been out of the loop for like 2 months now. What did we have a fundraiser for?
Well, the fundraiser is still going on. The GoFundMe link is in the description of this video here and last week's, and I think another one or two on top of that.
What happened?
Bullionator lost his job almost 6 months ago now. And due to the job market not being what it used to be in the area he is currently living, he is going to be moving in with Look-a-Pig here and does need help being able to make said move.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's good. Look-a-Pig, what part of town are you in? Like, what part of the country?
We are going to be in Ohio.
Oh, Ohio. Okay.
Yeah. I had to bring him to Jelly Juice.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. So then this is a response to that.
Well,
Because he would.
Max joined, so the viewers know, Max joined the show for about 30 seconds. He's seen everyone was here, like Godless Engineer, Jared, you had Steve, Kyle, Shannon Q, Mr. Atheist, Red Eye. He saw we were all here, and we were all quiet, and we're like, okay, we read your article. It's complete libel. What is your response? He then said, if Steve wants to sue, we can see in court. He can see me in court, and then he left like a bitch.
Who is this guy, though? Max?
He is part of a group called Red Pill Religion. Red Pill Religion.
And Skeptic, just look in the internal chat.
Okay, sorry, for some reason, like everything I have in my fucking computer is like in extreme zoom mode, and I don't remember what button it is to take it out.
Press hold down Control and then press 0.
No.
That's
I
the
mean,
one where
it's like all the windows I have opened are completely open max with I can't even get to the X's on them. Oh, I fixed it.
It looks like you're in tablet mode.
Yeah, I fixed it.
So basically you can't computer. Is that?
I can't computer today. Normally I can.
Okay, fair enough.
Today I'm not computing very well.
You're getting to be out of practice. That's the problem.
Yes. No, that's actually I I had a very uplifting moment last night. You
saw a picture of me?
Yes. From more than just from the waist up. I saw waist down pictures and I'm really excited now. But no, I actually came across Simon Dan's channel a couple of months ago, maybe a month before I put out my last video. And I thought that he had put really good content out. And then I just happened to come across his video last night. And dude picked up like 73,000 subscribers in the past 2 months. So that's fucking awesome.
That was kind of scary. It was just going ding.
Oh yeah.
Was there a particular video he put out that just like
I want to know that too. I mean, he over the course of 2 days, I think he gained over 5,000.
Yeah. Now that's you sure it wasn't
2
over
days.
9,000?
It was
Dun, dun, dun.
it was definitely over 9, and it was around the time that he started to show up on the Anthony Rokeley show before
Yeah.
going away from there, so it was probably getting a bit of that visibility there is what kind of helped spur it. Same with Conspiracy Cats. He's gotten a lot of growth recently too.
Well, I think it's actually the YouTube algorithm, because they've been saying for the past couple of months that they were going to start pushing anti-science videos away and promoting science videos within their algorithm. So I don't know what the what their videos, what the category they fall under: film, entertainment, comedy, or science and education. But it might be because of that. It also could be just that it's because like it's almost like an inverse thing where they see if it's a flat earth, the algorithm determines whether it's pro flat earth or pro or anti flat earth, and if it's anti, it just basically that it just gets pushed to the front of the line.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I'm happy for him. Good for him, man. Fuck,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
awesome. But that's also that gives me I'm not gonna say drive, because I already wrote my season 2 script for the opening, and I've gotten everything set up, so I'm getting ready to do that tomorrow, like probably record it after this show. And well, hold on, are we doing movie night?
You are welcome to. I will not be,
Oh, okay. But I mean, is it tonight?
as far as I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as Sai doesn't blame anything on his car, yeah, it will be on.
Yeah, he can only tell us he's going to pick up the VW Bug so many months in a row before we start calling him on his bullshit.
Exactly, yeah.
It just seems like every Friday night that we don't have a show, it's because he's going to pick up his VW van. And you're like,
Yeah,
wait,
the paint isn't dry or whatever.
What the?
I just took a look. Yeah, I just looked at Simon Dan's channel. The 3 videos I've looked at so far are all categorized under science and technology.
See,
Yeah,
that's what I
as
think
it
that
should
it
be.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't like me. I would never classify my videos like that, and that's one thing that I like. When I first started doing YouTube videos, I had this idea of being like introducing science to people and saying, "Look, you flat earthers are wrong because of this reason right here." It wasn't until I actually got in the community that I realized that that's ineffective, because it doesn't matter unless you did the experiment yourself and you have the proof yourself. You're just indoctrinated and following what somebody else says, and that's always going to be their defense. And that's why I went towards making idiot videos and just calling them idiots for believing their idiotic shit. So I don't think I could classify mine in science, but he could. I mean, you can learn a lot watching his videos.
Teacher, as
Yeah.
I recall.
Yeah, he is, and so is Conspiracy Cats. But here's something to remember, though, with the majority of your videos that I actually watch, Skeptic, is you got to where, yes, you were calling him an idiot, but it wasn't just the ad hom of you're wrong because you're a fucking idiot. It's you're wrong, you're a fucking idiot, this is why. So
Here's why.
yeah, so you still could, if you wanted to label those videos, if you keep that mold of it in the science and technology realm, because yeah, you're doing it a bit more comedic, a bit more of your delivery, and still calling them idiots, still having the counter going, but you're showing why they are wrong, and that is the biggest thing.
Now, I would have to say that every now and then you do just call them a fucking idiot without explanation. Again, you keep saying why. I mean, it's just every now and then you do put in you're a fucking idiot without explanation.
I call
still
myself
think it's
King
fair.
Adhom. I call myself King Adhom. So.
Yeah. By the way, right now I'm looking at a video of Simon Dan's from June 15th, which is before he got that massive subscriber boost, and his video was still still categorized under science and technology.
Yeah.
And it has 142,000 views.
Well, that's going to be something that any video that has more than 100,000 is going to be before he blew up, because I actually went and you learn from other people. I learned from everybody. I learned from Red's Rhetoric. I learned from Martimer. I've learned from CHL. I've learned all of them. I go out and I watch their videos and I try to say, well, I could make my video better if I kind of took this technique and used it. I never copy somebody, but one thing I did notice is that me and Simon Dan always had like around the same subscribers. We've haven't been on YouTube roughly the same amount of time, and we've always had around the same amount of subscribers. So the differences between me and him is he would do one video a week, I would do 3 or 4, and so his videos were getting like the most he had when I think I got the last time I looked at his channel was less than 20,000, and he didn't have any videos that I saw that had more than that, but now, I mean, fuck, man, that's awesome. I'm telling you, this is it. Ever since I've gotten on, I noticed a huge spike one time, and I looked it up, and there was an article that was talking about how YouTube is going to be pushing certain topics more, and one of the topics was flat Earth, and then that's what led them to ask about, I guess, the Congress, when the Congress asked YouTube what they would plan on doing about false information, which actually, if you think about flat Earth, that nothing is more than false information. It's
oh yeah,
not like Down syndrome retarded, but actual like definition of retarded science. That's like going backwards in intelligence.
Yeah, but there is a huge challenge in trying to sift flat Earth videos out. I mean, creating an algorithm that can suss out. That can distinguish science videos from flat Earth videos is rather hard, I think. And it's
I'm going to tell you something.
Between flat Earth videos and people debunking their shit.
Yeah, but when I put out a video before excuse me, before y'all get notified about the video, before the video actually goes to where the public can watch it, I can go see it, and the subtitles are already on it. Like these algorithms are picking up as you're putting it's uploading. It's documenting what you said. It's categorizing. It's determining whether you have copyrighted material. It's making sure that you're not using vulgar words if you're under family or whatever. But I'm telling you, they know. And they can use tags too, because if you're a pro flat earther, you're putting out a flat earth video, you're not going to go tag it with flat earth destroyed, flat earth debunked. I mean, they probably do to get more video watches. They probably do actually tag their videos like that.
Yeah, but the thing is, the algorithm cannot, I don't think that their algorithms at the moment anyway can scan for context. They scan for certain words, but not the context they're used in. Well, anyway, I don't think their AI is that advanced yet.
No, it's definitely looking for those flag words, those keywords, but it's also, and just like Skeptic was saying, is it's going through its initial filtering as soon as it's being uploaded and processed. It's during that processing bit is when they do it. Like this show, once we go off air, it'll go into a processing mode where it's going to run through their algorithms. And
it probably already is.
No, actually it doesn't go through it live. It's when after it goes live, when it's reprocessing it to keep it available, that's when it goes through the algorithms. So
Jared, it actually does do it live, because it's checking you for porn filters and all these other filters
yes, it does the visual, but it doesn't do the words. It doesn't do the closed captioning.
Yeah, well, see, when I did my moon video, the moment I posted it, it had that link at the bottom that said, "Here's Wikipedia's entry on the Apollo moon missions." So they've got the content and everything. I'm telling you that these algorithms that they have going on right now, they're breaking down what's being said, what's being shown in the video, and categorizing them based on that. And I'm okay with it. I'm not against that, to be honest with you. I know flat earthers got mad. They got really mad when YouTube said they were going to start pushing them out of recommended. But the thing is they don't need to be in recommended. You know, we don't have, you know, how to make a bomb in recommended. Why would you have flat earth in recommended? You know, I mean, dead serious. Like you don't just see those types of videos, the ones that go against what is understood to be socially acceptable and what we understand about the world we live on. Why would we promote something that now, if they came out, let's say they came out and they said, oh, well, you know what, flat earth is going to be this whole new comic book series. And it's just going to be something that anybody wants to joke around about and have fun with and blah, blah, blah. Well, then, yeah, by all means, promote those videos as satirical, you know, comedies. But if you're trying to be serious, and a lot of these people are fucking dead serious about this, then no, it does not need to be pushed, because if it's going to end up in front of a millennial who has no education and is prepared to believe anything that they see, I would rather them see, you know, pictures or videos of people doing stupid shit than flat earth and becoming just another flat earth minion or troll.
Well, I'm subscribed to a YouTuber that does nothing, makes nothing but chemistry related videos. Nerd Rage, if you heard it before. He does not touch anything, you know, that would be able to be used as a bomb or, you know, stuff like that. But he has always had problems, and you know, the last year or so, it's been becoming increasingly more difficult for him to keep it going. I mean, his view count is just plummeting, and he hasn't been changing the content of his stuff. It's just that, yeah, he's working with chemicals, but other than that, there's nothing special about it. But he's almost certain that it is because of him, you know, using chemistry, showing what you know, how to make different things. Even though, I mean, he's an advocate for safety, and it shows, but the YouTube algorithms that just don't care. The same with Sean Woods. He's a YouTuber that makes you know, mousetrap videos and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
they also get hammered on quite severely. I mean, he has stopped completely showing when if there is a mouse or a rat or whatever it is that it goes into a trap. The moment that they get trapped, if it's a kill trap, he blocks out the action of that specific incident, just to make sure. And even though then, in the beginning at least, he still got hammered because of it.
Yeah.
And all the YouTube channels that I know of that has to do with guns, both Maximus, he's a British, well, he was a British, now he's a Canadian soldier. And also I can't remember what he's called, something Sarkeesian, and he's not related to Anita Sarkeesian. His video, I mean, he also has problems with videos getting either age restricted or taken down because of the use of the word gun and weapon and so on. Even the YouTube channel called Forgotten Weapons, which is a really interesting channel.
Gun Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, Forgotten Weapons. It's in the name. He has problems with his views. It's a hard time for YouTubers at the moment.
Weapon.
Oh, don't you even think about it. Because keep
charge. Chemtex.
keep in mind, Piggy, I can take away your account on the suite.
Oh fuck.
Can I tell y'all how my military training kicked in today? I had a customer and I had built up some gas in my stomach, and I really needed to pass the gas, right? So I decided to do it. And just as I did it, I mean, it was mid-exit, right? The door opens up, the customer sneaks out on me. And so I used my military focus and training to clinch and catch the exiting gas and toxins before they had a chance to exit. I'm not sure how it's going to affect me later, but right now it's painful.
I thought you were going for just syncing it up perfectly with a squeaky door you have in your shop.
Oh man, if I had a squeaky door in my shop, I would have timed it. Trust.
Yeah. Hey, that becomes a challenge. That's not a problem. That's a challenge.
Oh, that's a skill. If you can time it like that, that is a fucking skill. Now, the word is good. Why did you use that hashtag?
What was the hashtag?
Peen Mars.
What?
I mean, P Mars.
Yeah, let me fix that
yeah,
hashtag.
to get this video banned. Just the mere mention of this idiot's name. That's
Oh no, I get
The
it
porn
now.
bomber?
It's because of what you were saying, Piggy, and the way you did it with the way that particular fuckstick likes to get knocks against channels by just going on there and just saying the N word repeatedly or porn bomb.
Oh
But-
yeah.
yeah. Just him thinking that it just yelling nigger, nigger, nigger would
Yeah.
be enough to get a channel in trouble. It's just no.
That happens on
Damn it.
Twitch. That
Come
that
on.
does actually happen on Twitch. If you do that on Twitch while you're live streaming, their algorithm is actually listening in, and if it
So if-
hears that word and sees it in the chat, it will actually it'll kick you offline.
That's just stupid. I mean, when you think about it, how often do you see when not all, but some when some black friends who are black they greet each other. It's just what up, nigga. It's
Yeah.
part of their usual normal day-to-day language. That would have to be enough too. Then
But
why
it's
distinguish?
but it's okay for them to do it, not for someone who is not of African descent.
Yeah, not where I come from.
And you know what? You know what? I will have to find the video because oh god, this video's years old, but it's still fucking hilarious. And
Yeah.
it's the only way a white guy can use the N-word.
What, playing basketball?
No.
Definitely don't want to play basketball. Or
But do you remember it? Skeptic is
I know the video you're talking about.
Yeah.
It was with Dave Chappelle, if I remember correctly.
no, Chappelle wasn't on it, but it may have been shared
Bill
by Chappelle.
Dawes, Eric Blake, Justin Mitchell. Does that sound about right?
It's probably I'd recognize him visually. I don't remember the names of the people in it, but you have
Hold on, I got the video that I'm talking about up. Let's see.
there was a video recently, and I really like
yes,
this guy.
this one. Yep, that one, Laugh Factory.
Well, here, play it. Well, can you play it without getting in trouble?
That I don't know about.
Nah,
Wing
on
it.
how much time?
Let's do it. We'll,
No.
we'll play it for 30 seconds. Be quiet. Play it for 30 seconds. And then,
I
no,
would
share
say
the
30
chat.
seconds is probably too much, though.
share the link. Go ahead and share it in the live chat as well. That way, people
Well-
can go watch it after, because to me, it's fucking hilarious because just the way that they got the timing and the inflection to work together. The people who did it are very, very good at what they do in order for it to come off the way they did. Because this thing, a lot of people think that being able to deliver things like that is just easy. As someone who has been on stage, who has been part of productions like that, it's not fucking easy. You're good when you make it seem easy. It really is, like, even this here, when you know that there are people out there listening that you can't see, some people clam up and they don't know how to maintain what they're saying, how they're saying it. Just look at fucking G-Man and how retarded he goes. Yeah, exactly.
That
And
kid really needs a slap across his jaw.
Yeah,
Not
did
a
I-
fist, but a slap.
Did I ever tell you guys that I hosted freestyle battles like a couple years ago? I was on stage, like I was the guy that like in the Eminem movies where you have two rappers talking shit. I was the one in the middle.
Yeah.
I love it, man. That's why I love doing YouTube,
didn't-
man.
yeah.
It's like an extension of doing that.
Well, no, and that's what I was getting to, is like you can tell the difference between the people who would be comfortable like that and those who wouldn't. Like, I'll be honest with myself. There are times I don't want to be up up front like that. Like being behind the imagery on the screen and just being behind a mic like this, to me, I can do this whenever because I don't have to worry about anything like that. But if it's something where I'm going to be in front of people giving a presentation or anything, that's where
it's a big difference.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to be a little more mindful because I want to make sure that my body language and the way I'm actually interacting with the audience matches what I'm trying to say vocally.
Oh yeah. I mean, I have had that challenge often. I have been on radio for a couple of years, live radio. Not an issue. I mean, in the beginning, it was only as a technician, the guy behind the console. But I also started, being active in there. But being on stage, I've done that as well a couple of times, both with, as a part of a choir, but also solo, and it's pretty damn intimidating.
Yeah, solo is definitely something that it really is its own beast. It really is its own unique character to deal with. Even on the radio, if you're a single man hosting the radio show or single person hosting the radio show, and you have to carry it yourself, it is a challenge because you have to sound like you're talking to the audience, but it's really you talking to yourself or maybe a little bit of interaction with your tech guys behind the glass on the other side of it, who most of the time aren't going to be replying back to where the audience can hear. And that's just in talk radio. I mean, granted, to me, it seems like it would be easier as more of a music DJ because they're filling gaps between blocks of songs. So they don't have to be on air nearly as frequently, nearly as much.
Yeah, and in the worst case scenarios, in that one, it's just this song you just heard is blah, 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 and a few years later, blah, 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 and this is what he made now, and then just and you have a lot of time to prepare for the next your next sentence because you have you can see the counter on the CD player or whatever it is, which also helps because then you know exactly when you're supposed to start, and that helps a lot too.
Yeah.
If it's just a talk show thing, there is no time limit, and that makes it a lot harder, even though that sounds illogical, but. When you don't have a specific time frame for talk, for music, and so on, it's a lot harder.
Well, and it's also the topics as well. Listening to as much talk radio and podcasts as I have, you really have to lay out what you want to talk about in what block, in what order, especially on the radio, because they have the commercial blocks, they have the timing that they have to maintain for the advertisers. And so
that was never a problem with me. But I didn't. It wasn't that kind of radio channel.
Yeah, I mainly listen to professional commercial radio, which they have that constraint. Podcasts don't really, but they still have the topics that they want to talk about and the points that they want to hit to where it is like a lecture. Well, not truly like a lecture, but that similar type of bit from...
It's a presentation.
Definite presentation type. Where you want to keep people engaged and still get the information out there.
I got a question. I've always had problems when it came to body language, right? Well, like for me, I'm the equivalent of a dog in mid-hump on a teddy bear. So that's how I present myself. What is some steps I can take to not have that type of language? I tried, multiple things, but I've never found anything that works.
Well, basically, there's only one thing: coaching,
practice.
Yeah.
Well, but in this case, it's not enough to just have practice because you need a venue to do it in.
Well, and this is where the grander plan for you comes in, Piggy, because you are planning on trying to get into college, even if it is a community college, correct?
I'm going balls to the wall, most likely microbiology.
Okay. Well,
Nice.
so you're going to have electives that you have to do both in social sciences and humanities. I highly recommend doing even just the entry level public speaking.
I was about to say public speaking is important.
Yeah.
And other subjects has like debate courses, or I'm not sure what they're called really. But
Oh, there's debate courses.
just communication courses, not
Yeah, that's
that
what-
type
yeah.
of communication, but yeah.
I
mean,
you know, my wasn't masturbating enough, but that's the schedule. So I'll definitely look in.
Yeah. I mean, I may be wrong here, but it seems that there's an increasing amount of kids today that with social challenges in terms of how do I carry myself in settings that I'm not familiar with or where I don't know anyone.
That's like
Well,
what
I think
text
it's
messaging has done.
because- No,
Yeah,
I think it's because of porn. We don't have
Hey,
to be
don't
social.
you dare diss porn.
I'm not dissing it. I'm
No.
just saying that people no longer have to be social. We have unlimited porn. That
No,
has to have.
that's been around
Well,
forever.
there is a level of truth in that. I mean, when I was a kid and I went through puberty, I had the type of parents where I could actually just go up and ask, how does that work? I mean, I don't know how old I was, but I wasn't old at all. Where did my sister come from? They told me how that worked. That was before I learned.
Sit down, grab a
before
glass of goat's milk, and let's go. You.
before I started having a sex ed in school. We got that in did we start getting that? I think it was in fourth or fifth grade. We were not exactly not sexual education, but we were told about just the basic biology of it. Yeah, and then in the seventh and eighth and ninth and a little bit in the 10th grade as well, it got a little bit more graphic, literal, and that was literal. We're not watching porn videos, but we were watching actual videos of how this stuff worked. How do you put on a condom and so on? That was video, not animation, but actual video. But that's not
too far for America.
Is that done today? I mean,
did they have you practice putting
No,
condoms
not in
on like
America.
cows and bulls?
Nah. Well, no, actually, our teacher, that was our home ec teacher that did this. Sometimes she had a one of those dildos that was made out of plastic.
Oh God!
Not silicone, but plastic, where you could put on put a condom on there. And sometimes she would just use carrots. But she was the best kind of teacher.
Banana.
Yeah,
But,
I
hey,
don't
she
know
was
how
the best
Danish penises are, but that
Just-
doesn't. Americans aren't like that.
Oh, they're huge. No,
Huge carrots.
They-
They get real pointy at the end. It's not going to do
they-
much.
I mean, but she was the best kind of teacher because she took it cool, and she was in on the laugh, the humor part of it, and she used our embarrassment to her benefit, or how do you say it? She used our embarrassment over this subject to her advantage. So in a way that got us to actually listen to it. So
All right. So one
In
of
a
the
healthy
things I
way.
was trying to say, Bo, is we live in an age where we have unlimited, right? Truly unlimited. Thousands and thousands of hours of any category you want, right?
yeah. Even
America
reality,
itself is like people live to be 100. America's like 3 people old, okay? Socially, like through society, we never had this. Yes, we've had porn, we had bases that you could spin and watch an animation on. We had technology to watch porn, but not at this massive level where I can put my phone in my VR goggles and be in a scene.
But here's the thing, though. Even with that technological increase and even with that sort of pervasiveness of the types of porn available, porn has always been there. But what has changed is the communication technology. And that increase of social awkwardness and social difficulty, as that has increased, it's been right in line with the technology increase for basic communication.
Yeah, but one thing that really
The only
bothers me.
difficulty I have is being alone, and I'm normally alone, so I have no difficulty when it comes to porn. That's the biggest concern.
Yeah, I find it really perplexing that as you said, America, anyone, every kid basically, and every adult has way too easy access to porn when they shouldn't have.
What?
But at the same time, yeah, there is such a thing. Sorry, but at the same time, the online video-based media and also television stations are very, very careful about showing nipples. Not nipples that are on men, but women's nipples.
Yep.
Still, that's just weird.
You know what I've never got is it is totally okay to put just a piece of tape over the areola, and it's all of a sudden not porn. It's not nudity.
That probably, yeah.
The moment that piece of tape falls off, oh god, FCC violations, fines, all kinds of shit.
That probably falls into the same stuff as back in the day where just putting a black bar, on top of a person's eyes, and that will make that person completely impossible to recognize.
Hey, that's from comic books, okay? We have that ingrained in ourselves.
Well, wait.
That all you need is a small mask over your eyes, and that's definitely not Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Which, actually, hang on. Jay, do you have that image available?
The beer goggles one?
Yes. Okay. So go ahead and bring that up, because here's a question.
I told you.
Because here's the question. When it comes to what the FCC does approve and what do they disapprove, yeah, put tape over the nipples and you're fine. But how do you deal with something along the lines of this?
Oh, she's hot.
You mean he?
She's
That
so
was
hot.
Riley Dennis, wasn't it?
Nah.
Yeah, that was Riley Dennis.
I'd do her.
Did you not see the Adam's apple on that neck?
I'm with your team.
Yeah, I'd do it.
Right in the butthole, right? Sloppy seconds. I go first, you go second.
Yeah.
All right.
As long
make
as
this happen.
As long as I can spray some hydrogen peroxide in first to clean it all up, yeah, we're good.
And after.
Well, after is the next person's problem.
Hey, look on the bright side. Back when I was a teenager, if I wanted any of that decent Danish porn, it was on 16mm cine.
Oh yeah, and it was. I mean, the porn movie industry had its heyday. Well, it had its birth, I would guess, in Denmark. So yeah.
Yeah,
16mm film and VHS as well.
Well, so
no, this was pre-VHS.
Yeah, this was just straight up movie theater only.
Charlie Chaplin type shit.
So remember the issues that Pee Wee Herman had? Look a Pig.
Yeah. What?
Oh, you don't remember what the guy who played Pee Wee Herman got in trouble for?
Wasn't he a pedophile?
No.
Oh.
He was
strikes in.
He was out in Southern California at a theater that played pornographic movies and got in trouble because he decided to just whip it out and start beating it right there in the middle of the theater.
Oh,
Gilbert Gottfried did the same thing.
Hold on.
I was going to say, you do know
you're going to show porn, but that's not allowed?
So get this, okay? To be a comedian, you really have to be like off your rocker. You know, like you cannot be a normal person and be funny enough to like captivate crowds, because crowds who are there to watch comedy are not there to see normalcy. They want to see the abnormal, the raunchy jokes. And what they don't get is that these people are not acting raunchy. They really are fucking raunchy. If you go look at the comedians, there is an actual problem in the male comedian groups of them pulling their penis out in front of women and just beating off. Dead serious. And you can go look this up. There's been a lot of people that are having this problem dealing with.
And sadly, there's way too many stand-up comedians that uses dick jokes as their primary source for comedy. Yep. Way too much, or just sexual innuendo and
dick
so on.
Jokes are funny though.
Yeah, but it's just too much. I mean, I don't mind the stuff, but it's just if it goes on constantly during one show, no thanks.
Oh yeah, it gets old. You definitely have to vary. You definitely have to vary the topics for a long set comedian, which is why the greats of stand-up comedy were able to tell such an involved story and change from topic to topic to topic seamlessly. Yeah, and you wouldn't even notice.
PC is killing the stand-up comedy.
Oh yeah, it is.
People cannot say funny things. If people go back and watch like old George Carlin, old was that the black guy with the afro?
Back in the 70s and 80s, Richard Pryor.
Yeah, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, all those comedians, they told black and white jokes. I mean, it was funny. Like they would make fun of white people, they'd make fun of black people, and the thing is that there wasn't this like group in the background going, "Oh my God, I'm so offended by your joke that was supposed to be meant to be funny." There was never that problem. It's only recently when you got people who are so in tune with their inner emotional feelings that you're really just destroying any opportunity for them to be successful because you believe that.
So it was in the influx of pussies.
Yes, the cuck male. The cuck male has destroyed comedy.
I wouldn't even just put it on them. I would say it's just the mentally weak in general. If you can't, if you don't have the fortitude to recognize your own fault and laugh at yourself, this is what really happens. Because that's the thing is, you can see something fucked up like that. You can hear someone say something and still recognize, okay, that is a bit wrong, but it's still fucking funny as hell.
Okay, so this is a good question for you guys.
Perfect example was when you said the mentally weak. I instantly had a rape joke pop in my head.
Well, I actually saw that happen in a Ralphie May set. Me and my wife had gone to see, and there was these girls in there watching his show with us, and they like walked out during like all the masturbation jokes, and me and my wife were sitting there afterwards like, this is Ralphie May. What the fuck did they expect?
Yeah, right. Well, what my question is when did society start caring what the overly emotional have to complain about? You know, when the complaint is unfounded.
They're the most loud. They're the most raucous about what offends them. So just to shut them up, it's easier just to side with what they're saying is offensive.
In the
80s, since since third wave feminism,
hang on, no, it's actually even more simple than that. I saw something on Facebook that points to it directly. Do you remember how, call it mid late 80s? You'd be in a grocery store, you see a kid acting up to all hell, and it'd be like, that parent really needs to get control of their kid. Well, guess what? Those petulant little assholes
kids
are now grown up and voting.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately,
so we should be shaking our toddlers.
Anyways, I posted a link in the chat there. That's from Sinatra Says, and it's the title of it is "Political Correctness is Fascism Pretending to Be Manners." And at the end of it, around the 22-minute mark, he actually takes a segment from a George Carlin sketch or audiobook where he was talking about in his book that he wrote about political correctness, and he's now making an addendum to it. It's actually pretty good.
Did you post that link so I could?
It's
in the
it's out.
It's
Yeah, it's
totally-
out in the live chat on YouTube.
Hey, and just so you know, in the chat, just in case any of you guys are wondering, that's a video of me from about 5 years ago performing on stage.
Nice.
Wait, I posted it
But-
when we were talking about being on stage, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so, anyways, looking at the clock, it has been a great night. Skeptic, you need to show up earlier next time.
I got customers.
Dang
bro. I'm fine.
it. Just
I'm
turn.
here, though. I'm here.
Skeptic,
So-
you could pull a Gary Moore and just lock the store.
No, that's the thing is that like when I have customers, I have so few spots to have customers at a time. I do a service-based business, so I have to be paying attention to them. I can't like they don't just come in and I say, okay, look around and ring the bell when you're ready to check out. I don't sell products, I sell services. So people come here to get saunas that I have to be like sitting there watching their face to make sure they're not overheating. Like this guy today did 110-degree sauna for 30 minutes. Do you know how fucking hard that is? I don't do them for 110 degrees for 30 minutes, and I've tried.
Well, not without every now and then getting those. I can't remember what it's called, but those dunks in free ice cold water.
Well, he's not. He's just sitting in a self-contained sauna for 30 straight minutes. That your head's sticking out.
I hate the heat.
Your head's. Oh God, you would hate Texas. I love the heat. I'm like one of those people that during the wintertime, I turn the internal temperature of my home goes up to about 88 degrees, and then I'm still wearing like long sleeve shirts and all that. Heat doesn't bother me at all. It's freezing cold. Anything below 65 degrees, I'm shaking because my bones are hurting.
Well,
What the fuck's wrong with you?
you're also
Right?
He's an old man.
well,
Come
no,
on.
no, he's a skinny little bastard without enough fat
Yeah.
on him.
That's true.
I
You
can't
are a
help.
skinny bastard. That is.
I can't help it, man. If you guys saw how much I ate, y'all would really be jealous of how I keep my figure so pristine.
Listen,
you're-
I
and you
know
still have
exactly
a
what your
hot tub.
problem is.
What's
Skeptic,
that?
you have parasites. What you need to do is drink a gallon of Jilly Juice a day.
Yeah.
It'll wipe them out.
No, the saunas I have here at my shop are like health saunas, so they're really good. I do them every day almost, and they burn about 800 calories each time. So I burn so many calories a day just doing my saunas, and then I eat about 8 to 12 pieces of fried chicken a day. I typically eat about 5 or 6 ramen noodles a day. Like this is my
So-
daily routine: is fried chicken, ramen noodles, and edamame, and I cannot put weight on.
Are the saunas hot enough to melt the smegma off?
No.
No.
Okay.
But so, anyways, we are going to bring this episode to a close. Yes, it is a little earlier than normal, and for those who weren't here early on, it's because my ass has shit to do tomorrow that I need to be rested for safety reasons. I don't want to be one of those assholes who drops a bike on my leg on the first go around, so
You're lame.
You don't want to be a statistic, Jared.
no, I
Yeah,
don't.
And being on a motor, being on a rice rocket, that is the most vulnerable type of vehicle that you can be on a public road, except for a bicycle, maybe.
Yeah, well, see, my plan is to actually be on Italian motorcycles that are actually higher quality and better sounding. But that's just my preference.
You do know the reputation Italian motorbikes had.
Ducati helped.
Had the,
Yeah, Ducati helped change that perception.
Well, if
well, I suppose it
if
could
you
be.
drop
I
the bike
suppose
on
it
your
could be
leg,
worse. You could be going for a bike that only goes in straight lines.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck that! Sorry, I like the turns. I like the twisties.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It could be worse. You could be going for a bike that only goes in straight lines.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not a Hayabusa fan.
I was
just
thinking
buy-
more. I was thinking more big V twins, really, but
Oh, the big
And
cruisers,
American
yeah,
built.
those two. The Harley.
American built big V twins.
hey,
Or
Jay, I
maybe
know
buy a trike, one of those luxury trikes, where you have two front wheels and one rear wheel. With
the Can-Am, the
but
Spider. The
one that swivels when you turn too, so it's really comfortable.
You know, actually, it's funny you mentioned that. Yamaha is coming out with a bike they call the Nikon, which is it's not car width tires like on the Can-Am Spider. Take a motorcycle frame, take the front fork, turn it 90 degrees, double it up, and have two front wheels in close proximity to each other.
What?
Why close to each other?
I shit you not.
What?
Look it up.
The Nikon?
Yeah, the Nikon.
What was it called?
The Nikon. Nike.
The Nikon P900. It's a motorcycle / camera.
Here you go, Jared.
That just looks weird.
I just wish I could get a motorcycle that wouldn't fall over when it stopped.
Yeah, right.
Then
those are
maybe I
called
could ride again.
tricycles.
Hey, just have find one with a not a wheelbase. What's it called? A distance between the front and rear axle to wheel.
That would be the wheelbase.
At least 3 meters or something.
That would be the wheelbase.
What is that ugly thing? Why?
Yeah, what would be the purpose or advantage of two wheels so close to each other on a bike? I don't get it.
Hey, I don't see that. Share the picture, guys, because I'm
just type it into Google.
Oh, there we go.
Nikon. We all fucking did it. You can do it too.
There we go. Nikon.
Jesus fucking Christ!
I know, right? I'm a
What's it called?
Idiot.
Yamaha Nikon.
Holy shit! That's fucking stupid looking.
See?
What's the purpose? Like, why would you have that though? I mean,
if you lean too far one way, you don't have enough momentum to balance out.
No, so the idea behind it was as a way to increase the front end grip to better manage handling.
Yeah, but have y'all seen those bikes that have that they already have? They're like almost like little cars.
The
They're
Can-Am.
Yeah, they open up from the back end with one big tire.
Hey,
and then they get
Jared, share mine.
That's just like, okay, now you'll share. But when I wanted to see the picture, it was no, look it up.
Oh God!
But, I can
Listen,
see
I'm a
the
lazy
advantage when
fuck.
braking.
£13,500.
How much does it weigh?
£13,500.
That bike is fucking ridiculous. That bike weighs 5.5 tons
That's
or 6.5 tons.
The price.
That's the price.
Okay,
Price.
thank you.
You know, currency that's
Remember,
worth
I'm English.
more than
It's
the American
pounds.
dollar.
I'm confused because my truck isn't 13,000.
Yeah, that's what I was like. What is that fucking made of? Like solid steel?
Hey Jay, in the side chat, I posted you a picture.
It's called.
Yeah.
Alan used the word pounds sterling. In other words, it's made of silver.
Yeah.
Okay, that looks funny. What the hell?
So this is the Carver. This is what they showed it on Top Gear.
So what? The back wheels just stay at perpendicular.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
front wheels. Hey, that's not actually a bad design, to be honest with you.
It's the safety of a car, yet the feel of the motorcycle is you have to lean. When you turn the wheel to turn, it leans the whole vehicle around.
Yeah.
That's-
PSA for everybody listening:
Get on a
do
maglev
not
train
turn
where you-
the handlebars to turn your motorcycle. You will wreck. I have done that at least 12 times.
I think that's what it's made for.
See, like it appears that those wheels have their own shocks, and it's just going to be a more
they most likely do.
Yeah,
And
because it
probably
seems like
fully
a little
automated,
offset there. Yeah.
I mean, but again, I can see the advantage if you need to make an emergency stop. Then you would have a computer control the braking force on each wheel, so it'll help you to not fuck yourself over.
I don't think you could get pussy on that bike. I mean, on a
So-
regular bike, you can get pussy on that
well,
bike.
wait,
People
For that, you would have to have a Harley Davidson that will work as a vibrator in idle.
And Jay, go ahead and pull up the Ducati 748.
Ducati 748. Okay.
And then pull up Fleshlight.
Patient. And,
Jeez.
you know, see, I have this wonderful option where I can just remove people.
You know you love me, Jared.
Yeah, but not that way.
Yeah,
Well, definitely in that way. Just an extra step.
This is one of the two that I am looking at getting. I am probably going to go for both. This would be the weekend toy. The regular commuter is actually going to be the Ducati Monster.
So you have no excuse not to be
Can
in
I ask a
Dallas
question?
in 10 hours.
Why go for a 748 when there's the 996 and the 998 and what have you?
Because here's the thing. I've thought about getting a 996 or a 998, but not for the road, for the track. Because that's where that bike really is meant for. The 748 is essentially the 600, which is plenty of power for street riding without being too much bike and too much power.
Too much power? What does that mean? What? Okay, with my bike, I guess.
It means there's too much throbbing when you're riding.
No, it means that it is too easy to go 150 to 175 miles per hour in a 55 mile an hour zone.
Which
you can
causes
literally
the throbbing.
during the time it takes to just blink, you have accelerated from 50 to 70 miles per hour.
Yes.
Well, it's possible to do it anyway. Oy.
Yeah, that's where it's
But
one of the.
how is it possible to do it if the Earth is spinning?
Well,
especially if you're going the opposite way of the spin.
Well,
you only get those numbers if you're traveling east to west.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
that's what a lot of my riding is going to be.
Like
Damn.
the Earth's spin should be like a treadmill.
Do they
Talk-
account
talk
for the
about-
Coriolis when they make the bike?
No.
Ugly bikes? Talk about ugly bikes. This is a hybrid, hydrogen electrical bike.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That you don't, yeah.
Kill it.
You don't have to get pussy if you drive that bike. You are pussy if you get that.
Well, it is a
That
woman
is
on
more
the bike.
It looks
It
like
is
a
a woman,
motorized
yeah.
pizza cutter.
Yeah.
No, that's just a motorized scooter.
Yes,
Yeah.
that
There
is
you
a
go.
large scooter.
Look at that. That's a fucked up smart car.
I have seen those in
Look
Japan.
at that thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
not
this one
those.
they've tried to make it look badass, but yeah, they're not
No.
really doing it.
That looks like
No.
someone tried to squeeze a
that's
smart
just-
car into a.
Now, if
tighter
you
space.
removed like 80% of the frame, maybe.
I guess this one was just
Oh
for
my
laughs.
God.
Oh,
hope
yeah.
it wasn't.
No, I would ride that.
Oh,
Okay,
why am I
okay.
talking
Only when I
about-
go to watch
Wait,
Monster University.
Wait, I was going to ask, who killed Sully to make him into a bike?
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Oh, I remember once seeing a original mini, covered in fur about that long. Trouble was, it was driving around Trafalgar Square on New Year's Eve.
Is
Hey,
that
are
a-
y'all familiar
is that
with
an
the Ruckuses?
RC30?
Hey, Jared, are you familiar with the Honda Ruckuses?
No.
Those, I'm gonna get one of those, a tricked out one. I've been looking at them for probably a couple of months now. They're like they're scooters, but you can put in I think 250s in them. I think anything under, I don't remember what the biggest, but they stretch them out and they put like actual engines in them, and they turn into little
car
batteries.
engine?
No,
Oh, jeez.
bike engines. Look up
Yamaha do a
Honda
600
Ruckus.
scooter, didn't they?
It might be able to go up to the 600. I don't know how high you can
Yeah.
go on them, but I know you can get them up to
Yamaha-
like 55 miles an hour. And then
Yamaha did a thing called a Bergman, which was like a big scooter with a 600cc engine
let me look this up. Real quick.
and little wheels.
Ooh,
Which
the
was
Desmo
scary.
Sedici. Go one to the right. No, not on that one. The red one at the top.
Oh, up here.
Yeah, yeah, that one.
Oh, that's a bad image, though.
Yeah, but the Desmo Sedici is a insane bike. That is essentially the 2006 GP bike made by Ducati for MotoGP. Barely made legal for the street.
It looks like it's primarily made of carbon fiber.
Yes.
The frame.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, I might be able to afford that.
No, you won't.
Why can't we see any Nimbus bikes in here? That's weird. That sucks.
Well, what did you do a search for?
Not just yeah. What was it? What was my search term? Come on, you stupid computer! Damn it! Ugly motorbikes.
Ah.
Hang on.
Well, you should see quite a few of the Bimotas and other. That's the thing. Some of the European manufacturers have tried to go too much with the aesthetics, like the BMW racer, the S1000RR, with the. It looks like it's squinting. One headlight is larger than the other. No, dude, I'm serious. Look up the BMW S1000RR and take a look at its headlights.
See, that's a cool ass old school bike right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Nimbus brand is, I mean, it's been dead for many years, but it was a Danish company. It was 100% designed and assembled in Denmark.
So, it's the Lego of motorcycles.
Here, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen to you so I can show you the ruckus, the
Don't show us your dick now.
Dum bum bum.
Oh, that would be what? Shit.
No, I'm just kidding. Here it is right here, but like they get stretched out, and I think they do put 600s in them.
Oh God!
The ones,
what the fuck?
Yeah, like when you these motherfuckers look badass on the road.
Hold on.
And they go fucking
Metabunk and Pirate Bay. What are you doing now?
What am I doing? Oh no, I don't.
No,
that's the Earth curve calculator.
But Pirate Bay.
That's old. I don't know why I still have it. I don't even know if that link actually works. Look, it doesn't look like the original Pirate Bay ship that used to be up there.
Let's go through his tabs.
Yeah.
Cannot keep me.
I am. Let's see.
What's your browser history look like?
Type in www.
No. Look, I have no problem showing my browser history because I actually don't get on. I don't look at stupid shit. Look.
No, see, he does.
He get on shit. Stupid shit unless you're on.
He does all the porn incognito. That's the thing.
No, look, Carlos Hyde traded YouTube, Madden. Like I don't know. I just follow a lot of football. I don't know. I get
Well, it's the PS4.
The PS4.
I think PS4. Yeah, I see.
Play PS4. Where you at? Oh yeah, right here. PS4. It's just
PS4. Look a pig.
Hey man, do you play Call of Duty?
No, I haven't played Call of Duty since Black Ops 2.
The new one's badass, bro. I'm the same way. I stopped playing it. I didn't play Black Ops 3. I played the last one, World War II. But the new one's pretty badass, man. If you get that game, let me know. I'll run some rounds with you.
All right.
What do you play on PS4?
I'm on a very tight budget. Mostly I've just been playing single player experiences like Fallout 4, Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's cool. I heard the new Spider game's pretty cool.
The internet browser is great for porn.
Let's see if I have anything interesting. Let's see what my son's been looking at because he uses my computer too.
That's where all the porn's gonna come in.
Good, yeah, great cop out there. I mean, back up.
Like how Earth moves, a proof that the square root of 2 is irrational. Like, see, this is all my YouTube stuff that I'm doing. Look at that. Best run heavy offensive mini scheme. That's me. Pay my bill. Yeah. Y'all can eat shit. I'm responsible. Yeah, no porn, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not into the whole.
Damn.
Lester,
All right.
many people
Type
have
in.
more than one browser.
All right,
Hold on,
guys
hold
can
on.
you guys
Type
can
in
keep playing with that.
www.p.
www.p.
Yeah.
Or
God damn it.
P and
Oh, I see what you're trying to do now.
Ha
Yeah.
ha.
Well, hold on. I don't want to put that up there because that has my business name on it. So
P-O. Come on.
I'm trying to keep that. But yeah, I could a PO. Okay, well that won't.
Well, and even then, it's not like the audience can really see it because I got the meeting in the small window. Because guess what, motherfuckers?
We're offline.
No, not quite yet. We are going offline right now because it's 10:30 and I'm already starting to yawn because I've been up now for 22 hours.
That's
22
nothing.
hours.
Just go to bed.
But then again, you're doing it on purpose.
Yeah, I need sleep for safety reasons.
You need sleep for beauty reasons.
Oh no, the beauty is in the bed waiting for me.
Ooh.
The beast is on his way.
That's a good way to say it.
See, I know where I fit in all of this, and you know what? I'm okay with that because you know what? I can still fuck like a porn star.